Fourth Gate Podcast. I'm Jamali here. What's up, you guys? Back with another Pretty Little Liars review. Today I will be reviewing Season 6, Episode 13, The Gloves Are On. Before I jump into this review, I just want to shout out to all my new subscribers. I apologize, I do not have all of you guys' names, but if you subscribed in the last couple of weeks, shout out to y'all. Much love and thanks for the support. Also, I was talking to one of my subscribers, and I'm sorry, I'm so bad at this. I'm trying to get on YouTube as I'm talking so I can get your name. I probably should have planned this before I fucking turned on the video, but my bad. Was it on my last video? I think it was on. I was talking to one of my subscribers, and she let me know that Mona was on Twitter, I guess giving out spoilers. I don't know if y'all caught that. I'm not on Twitter, so I didn't catch that. And okay, is Livy 112211. So shout out to her. And she let me know that, Sarah's hands was burnt because she got electrocuted. Now, we ended up finding that out in the episode, but I want to shout her out just for letting me know because, like I said, I'm not on Twitter. So sometimes I have the spoilers for y'all, but, it's cool if y'all drop some spoilers down for me. You know what I'm saying? Teamwork. We all friends and family now since y'all subscribe. So we got to work together to make this shit work. So yeah, shout out to her. Shout out to my new subscribers. What's up, y'all? Okay. We open up and the hoes, excluding Aria, are in the Radley spa and they're chilling. They're about to get a massage and whatnot. Hannah's mom gave them some coupons or some shit, hooked them up with 25% off on some fucking, massages. And they sitting there talking about everything that has happened. And Spencer can't seem to get the fact that Aria lied and didn't tell the truth or whatever about, everything that happened last week with Aria. She can't get that shit off her mind pretty much. And they're talking about it, and Emily gets invested in what Spencer's saying, and then they hop up and they're like, fuck this massage, and they leave. And Hannah's like, look, we got 25% off, bitch. Let's get these fucking massages. I'm cheap as fuck. I'm balling, but I'm cheap as fuck. And, Emily's like, oh, wait, I forgot my crack bag. She goes back in to get her crack. And when she goes back in, she sees Sarah off in the cut, doing whatever the fuck she was doing. I don't know if she was waiting for a massage, if that was some type of sauna, if she was just, trying to be nosy. I don't fucking know. But she was off in the cut. And Emily attacks her. And she's like, bitch, why do you keep following me? Whatever. And in Sarah's creepy fucking fashion, she's like, bitch, this is the quiet room. Basically, I don't have to answer your ass. Moving on. I think the next scene we get Melissa's home. Melissa's back, and her and Caleb are talking about, some random shit. I don't remember. And this is when Spencer skips her ass in. And I was loving Spencer this episode. I've been Team Aria so far when it's come to attitude and outfits, but today I was really Team Spencer. Spencer's getting back into the groove of old Spencer. I'm seeing from this episode. So she comes back in, cute outfit, and her and Caleb are having a moment. And she's distraught about her fucking day, and she's telling Caleb everything that happened, and he's like, bitch, look, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna rub your toes. I'm gonna fix you some breakfast, and I'm gonna make the toast burnt because I know that's how you like it, babe. And they having their little moment. And Melissa's off in the cut like, bitch, okay, when did you and Caleb start fucking? When did that start? And Spencer's like, oh, bitch, what are you talking about? And Melissa's like, bitch, please, okay, I know you like to shop in other people's bags. I think that she said something like that. Like, I know you like to shop in other people's fucking shopping carts and shit, bitch, so you not fooling me. And Spencer's like, look, we just friends, chill out, you know. But she turns around and you can tell she has a moment with herself where she's like, okay, we're not really just friends, or are we? You know, she's a little confused about it. And this is when Melissa comes up in her creepy fucking fashion, and her, not even her creepy, her shady fucking fashion, coming up and like, bitch, yeah, it looks like you're more comfortable with lying than we fucking thought. So moving forward from that fucking scene, we got Arya still trying to fucking convince Ezra to do this motherfucking book. I don't understand. I just don't understand why Arya is going so hard about this book. Like, Ezra, yeah, Ezra's a good writer. We know. Kind of. You know, whatever. Okay, so why are you trying? Like, I just don't get why Arya is trying to push this shit so hard. But she's trying to push him and telling him, you know, you're a great writer and you're a kind guy and you're an amazing guy and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you know, maybe I'm not. She talks to Liam throughout the episode, and Liam lets her know that her boss, or their boss, is finished with Ezra. He has a certain amount of time to get the fucking shit on the desk. And if they don't do that, then she's moving on with another fucking writer. Shit, what's next? Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I don't remember a damn motherfucking thing. Okay, I think the next fucking scene was the voting scene where Spencer was having an interview with this guy, and, you know, he's doing his job. He was kind of being an asshole, but he was just doing his job. That's what the reporters and shit do. And he's asking her questions about everything. Then Hannah runs in and she's like, oh, well, my mom is getting questioned. We need to help her. And Spencer's like, bitch, I got shit to do. You know, nobody told you to go delete that motherfucking video, so get the fuck out of my face. And Hannah's like, well, you know, if you don't want to help me, blah, 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 we're all gonna fucking get questioned, and that's what it gonna be. And then she walks the fuck out with her little attitude, and then Spencer goes back to the fucking interview. And the guy gets all excited because he's like, oh, is that one of the girls that was in the bunker too, and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah, I need to get back to work and you need to get the fuck out of here. So that was basically that scene. I think the next scene we get, Hannah runs into Lucas at the brew. And I'm like, okay, is it just me, or is Lucas giving some tease? You know, I'm like, okay, he said he had a girlfriend, but I'm thinking that it really was a boyfriend. You know, that's what I'm thinking, but it could only be me. So he's there, and he's talking about how he making that guap, making that paper. You know, he done sold a business, and now he got another one, and he got 15 houses all over the world and shit, you know. And he asked Hannah about Caleb, and Hannah's like, you know, well, I got a new man now. You know, his name is Jordan, and he fucks me good, you know, and the whole nine. She let him know that she over Caleb, and she got a new man. And so, you know, he's like, you know, let's hook up. Well, not hook up, but let's hang out or some shit or whatever. So, okay, next we have some shitty scenes with Emily, and Jesus Christ, her scenes suck. Okay, so we have some shitty scenes with her, and she's being a bitch to her mom like usual, and, you know, she leaves off quickly, and the mom finds a letter from Pepperdine, and instead of minding her business, she opens up the letter, and she finds out that, you know, Emily had been dropped out. She probably owes the school some fucking money. Who knows what the fuck was in the letter. Emily is somewhere. The mom pulls up. Skirt! She pulls up, hops out the fucking ride, and runs up to Emily's car. And she's like, what the fuck? Was it all a lie? Blah, blah, blah. And this scene really reminded me of like a bitch catching her man cheating or some shit. I don't know if y'all felt the same, but I was like, what the fuck? She tripping. She's really tripping right now. So Emily is like, yo, can we talk about this later? She sees Sarah off in the fucking distance, just being weird as fuck. Like, Sarah is so fucking weird. Like, I just don't even fucking get it. I just don't even get it. Like, she just sitting and she's like kind of smirking and being weird, and I'm like, bitch, like, it's not even a word to describe it. It's just okay, it's a sound of fucking effect. It's like, bitch, why are you here? Go somewhere. Like, you just so fucking done and disgusted with her. So anyway, you know, they had that fucking little scene. Okay, Next, let's get to the fucking nitty gritty. Next, we have. Okay, well, they did go to fucking dinner and shit like that, but I know y'all don't really care. They ended up talking about it, and Emily was a bitch like usual. Okay, so to the nitty gritty. Spencer heads over to Hannah's house, and she apologizes for the way that she talked to Hannah. She realized that she was being a bitch, focused on that motherfucking interview, and that Hannah had the right to, be worried and upset like she was. So she apologizes, and Hannah's like, it's all good. They start talking about Jordan and Lucas, and Spencer's like, yo, you really look happy. Like, I'm happy for you because you look happy right now. And then she asks about Caleb. And Hannah's like, bitch, no. Like, what the fuck? I don't have any more feelings for Caleb. Why is everybody asking me about Caleb? I'm about to get fucking married. So Spencer starts acting fucking weird and shit. And I'm like, oh, Lord, here we go with this fucking scene. And Hannah catches on. And she's like, okay. And then she's like, do you have feelings for Caleb? And Spencer, I don't remember if she responded or what, but I think she just kind of looked stupid at her. And Hannah was like, she exhaled. And she was like, oh, so in Spain, did y'all fuck? Like, what the fuck? And Spencer assured her that, nothing happened. I would never do that to you. You know what I'm saying? I would never fuck your man, even though I wanted to, bitch. And that's pretty much what she said. And she said, I don't even know if he feels the same way, And you can tell that Hannah was going through a bunch of emotions at one time, because her face changed like 20 different times. She was like sad, and she was mad, and she tried to put on a fake smile. But in the end, she ended up saying, maybe you should find out if he feels the same way. And I think Spencer thanked her or some weird shit, and then she skipped out the fucking house. I'm gonna get to that scene later. I'm trying to get to this, get through this fucking review. Okay, so Spencer goes to the fucking reporter's office at Hollis, and she steps to this fool, and she's like, it better not be no other shit going on. It better not be no other fucking article talking about the fucking bunker girls or some shit, the 5 hoes, the 4 hoes, 5 4 3 2 1 fucking hoes and shit. It better not be no other fucking article. And this fool from the fucking Hollis reporting fucking newspaper is like, of course not. I don't have any other fucking motive. I just wanted to interview you about, the fucking candidates or whatever. And this is where Spencer peeps that he got called Mona back on a fucking sticky note. And she's like, right, so why the fuck do you need to fucking holler at Mona? And this fool is like, oh, so you didn't know that Mona was working for the other side. And Spencer's looking stupid. And he's like, oh, you really didn't know that Mona was working for the other team. And he was like, well, Mona's working for the other team because she tried to ask your mom, because she fucking worked for her and help her, and your mom turned her down. And Spencer's still standing there looking stupid. And he's like, damn. I've heard of, people keeping secrets within their circle and shit, but mother-daughter, I didn't think that your mom would keep that type of secret from you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here like, bitch, Spencer, take your motherfucking ass home. You done fucked up so much fucking shit today. Take your ass home. Always fucking some shit up. Now the fucking reporter gonna write some fucking article about, a negative article about Mrs. Hastings saying, it's some problems and it's a rift between they fucking shit. I'm like, Spencer, if you don't take your motherfucking ass home, she could have at least acted like she fucking knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, please. Woo, that shit pissed me off. I'm like, bitch, if you don't go somewhere. Okay. So, yeah, we found out Mona's working for the other team, blah, blah, blah. So, she goes back to the crib, and Melissa's sitting there fucking distraught and shit. And she's like, I talked to the reporter, and, I panicked. I was yelling out words and shit because I saw that he went to answer a phone call and it was talking about some type of tape or something and a source and a cover up. And, when he came back, he was writing shit down. And so I got scared and I said a bunch of shit. And Spencer's like, what the fuck did you say? Like, just relax. And she gets up and she starts, fucking panicking some more and shit. And she's like, where's the tape? Spencer, what happened to the tape? The tape. And Spencer's like, bitch, I deleted the tape. Stop being fucking paranoid, bitch. Sit your ass down and tell me what the fuck you said. And so she runs the fuck upstairs tripping and shit. I don't even remember. But I'm like, Melissa, why the fuck are you so paranoid about this motherfucking tape? Like, if it, you know what I'm saying? Like, Melissa fucking blows me. I love the bitch. I love her. I really do. But she blows me sometimes. Because I'm like, bitch, what? But I understand that Melissa doesn't know that they're probably talking about the tape from the hotel, So I understand she doesn't know. But at the same time, I'm going to need for these bitches to act normal. Because Hannah was tripping too. And that's another problem I got with fucking Hannah. Bitch, you trip off of the smallest fucking things. If Hannah would just relax and act normal and act cool, nobody would be fucking suspicious. You know what I'm saying? But something happens and she bouncing off of fucking walls and shit. Oh, I gotta delete the tape. Oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta go to Lucas and fuck some shit up. Like, bitch, just sit down. Like, breathe. Inhale and exhale. Count to 10, bitch. Okay? Relax. And Melissa's acting the same fucking way and I don't get it. Now, since I mentioned the fucking Hannah and Lucas, Hannah goes to fucking Lucas's house and asks for a fucking alibi, which I don't fucking understand. If she wouldn't have even fucking deleted the tape, they wouldn't need an alibi because Arya has an alibi. All Arya had to fucking say was, I was with Ezra, okay? Then they would have seen her coming back in on the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? But anyway, so she goes to this fool about a fucking alibi. And he's like, look, Hannah, I'm going to help you no matter what. So, to skip forward, fucking, she goes to the fucking precinct. She's answering questions. And I really hope this bitch didn't volunteer to go to the precinct. Like, I'm crossing my fingers, but knowing Hannah, she probably volunteered to go down to that motherfucking shit to answer some questions. She answering Lorenzo's fucking questions, and he tells Lucas to come in because he knows it's bullshit. And they fuck up the story over some fucking ice. He says he went to go get some ice. And the whole time they fucking talking, I'm like, I sure hope they got their fucking story together. Like, I sure hope they fucking rehearsed this shit. You know what I'm saying? But, of course, they didn't. Because Hannah just fucking bounces off of walls and shit. And she never got her shit together. So, what the fuck happened next? Okay, so we have a scene between Emily and Arya, and Arya is reading Ezra's fucking book, and Emily is upset, clearly. And I thought it was because, the situation with her mom, and she was stressed out about that, but we end up finding out a little later what the fuck that was about. So she's tripping, and Arya's kind of tripping too, and I'm like, why the fuck are these bitches tripping? But Arya's always kind of tripping, because she's really anxious, and she just be tripping, and I'm like, Emily, both y'all can't be tripping at the same time. Like, one at a time. We gotta take turns, bitch. We both can't be on our motherfucking periods tripping, okay? That's what the fuck I'm thinking, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with period ass bitches in one scene. Like, one of y'all gotta go to the fucking bathroom, the closet, and breathe or something. I can't deal with both of y'all. So they tripping back and forth and shit. And Arya's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm waiting for Emily to come back at her like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? You got a too, bitch. But she didn't. She's like, whatever's going on. And Arya was like, just go home and eat dinner with your mom and fucking relax. And Emily's like, no, I'm gonna chill here. So we got another scene at fucking Arya's house where Hannah's over in a fucking bathrobe and shit. And I'm like, I'm just so confused. Because I'm like, did she just get out the shower? I don't get it. So she's talking to Liam. And this is basically where she decides that she gonna finish the book for Ezra. Which we see later, her typing up the fucking chapters and shit. And they're talking or whatever, and Emily's like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. My mom wants to meet up with me. And Hannah leaves out because she kind of gets into it with Arya a little bit, and she leaves out. and she sees Emily fucking shooting some shit up in the fucking bathroom. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, it ain't crack. This bitch on heroin. Like, what the fuck? You know, I'm like, bitch, I'ma need for Hannah to get this bitch in rehab. Like, I'm really fucking concerned at this point. So Hannah, I guess, goes downstairs to wait for the bitch. Emily comes downstairs, and Hannah, you know, confronts her about it. Like, bitch, I saw you in the bathroom. What is going on? Are you sick? Is it crack? What? And Emily's like, no, it's not that. I'm not sick. I'm not on drugs, bitch. I'm not high right now. I fucking am selling my eggs. And at this point, I'm like, bitch, are you high right now? Like, what's going on? Like, bitch, what? And she's like, yeah, you know, I'm broke. I dropped out of school, blah, blah, blah. And somebody told me about selling your eggs. So, you know, that's what the fuck I've been doing. And Hannah's looking at this bitch like, what the fuck? And Emily's like, you know, I really want to help a family, you know, have a baby. I'm happy I'm doing this. And I'm sitting looking like Hannah. Like, bitch, what the fuck? I'm sorry, it would have been a better storyline if she was cracked out or if she was sick. You know, I don't know about y'all, but this baby shit is stupid. So, I don't remember what the fuck happens in between this. I'm looking at this fucking recap shit, but they don't really have up here what happened in between this. But something happens. They got a text message or something, and they all fucking rush to Ezra's house. And they're like, oh, no. What happens is Hannah fucked up her story. What happened? Didn't Hannah, like, fuck up her story with Lucas, and then she told the rest of... I don't fucking remember. But anyway, they rush to Ezra's house. And Arya gets there first, and she has a moment with Ezra. And she's like, look, if it's something you need to fucking say, you need to say. The rest of the bitches is on their way, and, you know, whatever. And then Hannah knocks on the door, or Spencer, or whatever, and they bust their fucking way in. And Ezra standing there looking like, what the fuck do you hoes want? They start accusing him of the murder of CC fucking Drake. And he's just standing there like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, he doesn't get it. And they're going in, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, Hannah starts bouncing off of walls and shit again. And Arya's like, yo, you need to calm down and leave him alone. And I'm like, Arya, you got the fucking nerve. Because you the fucking one that rushed over here and got the bitches to rush over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a part of the shit. So what the fuck you telling her to calm down? Y'all all accusing him of this shit. And, you know, he ends up fucking telling them to get the fuck out. And Arya thinks that she's excluded from that. But no, he says, bitch, you too. Get the fuck out. And I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what to fucking say about that scene. Like, I was just so fucked up. Because I'm like, all of y'all are really sitting here accusing this dude. And y'all don't even know. Like, first of all, it's Ezra. Why can't y'all just ask him? Yo, did you have anything to do with the shit? I'm sure he would have been like, no, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, but instead of that, y'all gang up on him. Like, that shit, I'm just like, high school shit all over again. I'm like, did these bitches mature even a little bit? Like, a little bit? Obviously not. Because they doing the same shit. But anyway, that happens. And let's see. Okay, so here's where we have the scene. Fucking Spencer goes back to the crib, and Caleb, this shit was so cute to me. Caleb fucking acting like he ain't sitting there fucking waiting up for the bitch. He fucking opens a book and acts like he fucking reading, and she comes in distraught and kind of crying, and he's like, what the fuck happened? Where were you? What's going on? She sits down, and they start talking about the situation, and you know, he's just being so cute. You know, so gentle and cute. The reason why I'm talking like this is because I know y'all motherfuckers hate this shit. Y'all hate it, and I love it. Okay, so they sitting there being all cute. And, you know, she's like, it's another thing that I've been worried about. And Caleb kind of shuts her up by grabbing her hand, and, you know, they get a little close, and then they kiss and they start making out. And, you know, we can assume that they get it on. So while this is going on, Arya's at the crib, and she's crying. And Liam calls and he is like, yo, she loved the chapter. Well, I don't fucking know. I think he said this earlier, but we just gonna pretend like he said this now. He's like, she loved the chapters and shit. And, she's like, oh, well, whatever. So this bitch goes and writes them up. So we go back to fucking Caleb and Caleb and Spencer, and they still making out, bumping and grinding on the couch. Then we go to Hannah, I think, and Hannah is we go to Hannah. Oh, Hannah's at Lucas's house, and he's like, yo, if you need to stay here, you can, So they're doing a little friendship thing. Then we got Emily, and she goes to the Radley to see Sarah, to confront Sarah. She goes to confront Sarah, and she's like, look, I want my fucking answer from earlier, bitch. It's no more fucking quiet time, okay? And Sarah tries to fucking guilt trip the bitch, talking about my hands, this, my hands, my neck, my fucking back, bitch. And I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? And Emily has the nerve to fucking feel guilty, like, oh, it wasn't our fault and shit. And I'm like, bitch, what? Who cares? Who fucking cares if this bitch got her fucking hands burned off? No one fucking cares. She literally tried to fuck y'all life up and then tried to blow y'all up, and you got the nerve to feel bad for this bitch in her fucking hands. Who gives a fuck? So anyway, this is where we see what the fuck really happens. When she tried to get up, her hands, she put her hands on like the electricity box or something. They got electrocuted, and they were kind of standing there watching. Emily was gonna try to stop it, but she couldn't, because if she touched her, she would have got electrocuted too. And the whole thing, it was nothing to feel guilty about. That was that bitch's karma. So like, bitch, please, okay. Then I think we go back to Spencer and Caleb, and they still bumping and grinding on the motherfucking couch, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Okay. Now let's see. After the girls get a text. Okay, so at the end of it all, we see the bitches get a text message, and the text message says, "You know who did it, and I'm gonna make you talk." With a symbol at the bottom. It's not an A. It might as well be a fucking A, but it's not. It's some type of fucking symbol. And I think it's like a devil face emoji. That's what this fucking article says. Shout out to this bitch who made this fucking article about this fucking show, this motherfucking recap that I can read to y'all and get y'all the fucking real shit, because y'all know I don't remember a motherfucking thing. So shout out to this bitch. I'm gonna shout her out at the end. Okay, so so it's basically like the fucking A, and then we get a fucking A scene at the end where it's some type of fucking storage room, and it's full of like everything from Mona's fucking lair and CeCe's lair, like a bunch of fucking shit. And we see the masks and shit, and then we see this like tub, not tub, but a fucking y'all know what I mean, a tub or some shit. He cuts the fucking cord and or cuts the fucking plastic. I'm sorry, y'all. Trying to get the fuck through this shit. So he cuts it, and then in it is, or she cuts it, whatever, and there's the black hoodies. And then we see this person, we see A throwing the fucking black hoodies away, and then we see them get on the computer and they type in uniforms. So that was pretty much the episode. Sorry that it was all over the motherfucking place. Like I said, I didn't remember a motherfucking thing. Shout out Isabel Biederharn. I think that's her name. Biederharn from Entertainment Weekly. She got the fucking review to y'all, because without her, it wouldn't have been a recap, because I didn't remember a motherfucking thing. Okay, so that's it for my recap. 6/13. The gloves are on. I'm coming back with part 2 to this to talk shit, because this shit is too long and I got a lot of shit to talk. So yeah, look out for part 2. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace, y'all.